Hope you're doing well today. Wanted to kind of go over a transaction. I emailed some folks this the other day, and there were some questions on how to read this, and just wanted to kind of review this, kind of walk through the numbers on a transaction like this. Is something, if anybody's interested, they could buy, or you can create something similar. But this property, it's on the east side of Columbus, real nice 3-bedroom ranch, 930 some square feet, full, partially finished basement. Auditor value and cost approach, everything has this thing in the upper 70s or more. This house, you can get it bought all completed with a resident for $33,000. And I want to kind of go over the numbers. It's $43,000, and we have a land contract resident. I don't know if many of you are familiar with land contracts, but it's a really good way to sell property and give your resident pride of ownership. They can get the interest deductions, plus right now you can get the tax credit for about the next month, so this needs to be jumped on pretty quickly. Let me go over kind of the numbers on this, and you can click on this link and go directly to our Lots of Opportunity site and go through this on your own. But the purchase price is $43,000. We have it sold on a land contract at $68,000. We have $1,000 down now, and they're going for the tax credit money, which they'll get $6,800, which I'm going to let them keep their $1,000 back. So whoever buys this should be getting a total of another $5,800 down, or a total of $6,800. The land contract balance is $61,200 after the down payment. So your original capital requirement is $43,000 minus the $6,800 you get back. The ending capital requirement on this is only $36,200. We've got it. The land contract PI payment, which is before tax and insurance, is $477 a month. With tax and insurance, it's like $640, but that's all a pass through. So the annual income is about $5,724. That gives you a running cap rate of over 15%, about 15.8%. And a cap rate is actually the income divided by the ending capital requirement. 5,724 divided by 36.2 gives you your 15% cap rate, which is pretty darn good. Profit on time of sale, actually you take the 61,000 minus what you have in it. The profit at time of sale will be $25,000. They have a 4.5-year balloon on their land contract, so hopefully within that time they pay you off, and that yield over the whole course is 69%. We also put a discount in the land contract. If they pay you off within 14 months, there's a $5,000 discount, so you'd be making $20,000, but you'd have your money back a lot quicker, which does give you a 55% profit at time of sale, along with your running cap rate of 15.8. Pretty sweet deal. You can actually see the land contract and review the document on our site. And here's a sample of the land contract. Folks moved in about a month ago. Seem to be, pretty nice folks. We got the house carpeted, painted. Looks real nice. Really should be no maintenance. We'll have everything up and running. You can actually view, you can go to our site and click on the YouTube video, and you can actually see the house. And you can also see the house, this was before and after, since we carpeted and painted. Kind of want to walk through the numbers on how these calculations are made also. To get there's 3 ways to evaluate property. The cost approach, which is what it would cost to rebuild the property, including the land. The income approach is what an investor would want to pay for a certain income stream. And then you got your comparative analysis, which is what most people use, which is what they call comps. What's nice is our system does a little quick sketch of all 3 analysis. If you go through this, you'll see the land value is $18,200, and that's right off the auditor's site. And the reason that's important because that has to be added back in when we get our cost approach. The rental amount, or the income, is $477 a month. Based on that income, on the income approach to evaluating property, and we put a cap rate where an investor would want 10%. investor would be willing to pay $57,240 to make 10%. And as you see, you're only paying like $36,000. So that's how the yield gets to be 15%. What's interesting on this income approach, if investors say expected 5%, that income approach would be double that. So as what you expect as far as income goes down, the income approach goes up. That would leave equity about $14,200 based on that. The cost approach, we take the square feet, which is 930 some square feet, and we use two approaches. One's based at 65 cents a square foot, and one's based at $75 a square foot. And that's just if you were to go high end versus low end. Like this house, we were going to finish the basement, we did not, so we're really on the lower end. So you take the $65 times the square feet and add your land back. And using the cost approach, it roughly costs about $79,000. And really that square feet is very low. That's after we kind of figured depreciation. It's well over $100 a square foot to rebuild new. So on that, your net equity would be about $36,000. The auditor's value on this property, which is what the county appraised it at, is $78,300. It's not always accurate, quite frankly. In Franklin County, I think it's getting a little higher than what it should be. But at least it's a benchmark that it's not me telling you a figure. Based on that, the equity is $35,300. Excuse me. Zillow value. Zillow's an online appraisal company, and it does a valuation. They value it at $81,000. You can actually click on this link and see how Zillow comes up with that figure. They're usually a little high also. But again, it's a benchmark. That's not my opinion. That's somebody else's. My price opinion is $69,000. Actually, I should have put $68,000. That's what I think, and that's what we did sell it for. But I was going to do something in the basement, which we did not. So $69,000. Net equity is about $26,000, which is again what we showed in our calculation. Sales price is after if you had closing costs and things, which I'm figuring $5,000 shouldn't be that, but be about $21,000 you would net. Again, I think it's a little bit higher than that, but what's nice is the residence in at a below market value, nice house, built-in resident. You could get this house, if you're interested, give me a call, 866-607-5699. I'd be more than happy to you that have the laptop system. I can show you how to do this on your own to help you market your properties. So take a look at it and have a great weekend.